Hey guys. Um, Let me open this so we can hear like some music. Wait a second, I don't hear the music. Alright. Well, yesterday I said that I will come back to start another stream, but I didn't. uh, but I was about to stream, but I received notice, some bad news, so I didn't. Basically, we have to rearrange our whole, uh, our whole learning process. I mean, I cannot stay with C anymore. I mean, I have to do a project. I have to do a project so I can go to another work. But I have to, do a web development, a web project. I will try. I was thinking about doing it in Go. That would be nice. It kind of sucked because that wasn't my plan. But yeah, I need to deploy something as fast as possible. I mean, I will do it in Node and JavaScript and stuff, but I don't wanna do that, to be honest. Besides that, I have to maintain with my money that project. I mean, the instances. I will try to get like the cheapest instance I can. So I can waste the resource. So I was thinking about doing the Go and using HTML for the front end side. And yeah, that's it. I won't be streaming today for long because for the hour. I need to sleep. And I need to read like this book. The book of, I don't know how to say Mormon in English, but El libro de Mormon is I said to, I don't know if I should call them sisters, but I told them that I will read the chapter that they assigned to me. I read yesterday before sleeping a half a chapter. I don't know what would happen if I didn't have this, if I didn't have this book, if I haven't gone to the meeting that we have yesterday. I think I will have fallen. I believe I will have fallen, yeah. And start playing video games and maybe watch pornography. But I didn't. Literally because of me going to church and having faith. Now I will see if everything I said was okay. I don't know what would what what could happen if I haven't gone there. Is that sentence correct? What was the rule of that thing? I don't remember it. What was the rule, bro? Hard condition. If subject has button. Condition return. Right. I don't know what 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 would have happened. Fuck. I have just read it, bro. I don't know what would happen. I don't know what would happen if I haven't gone there. I don't know what would have had, what would have happened have happened if I hadn't gone there. Anyways, thankfully I did go there, and I didn't fall into bad habits and stuff. Tomorrow I will go to talk with them again. Yeah. Let's start. I don't know, man. I feel like very unmotivated. Like no matter what I do, I will never change my situation. I'm still. For example, I would love to know, to learn stuff I do care about. But it is not like I'm crazy for these classes, but um, it's still they interest me more than Tini. Sal. They interest me more than doing web stuff again. Anyways. This guy have a engineering course in assembly. Anyways, I have this book. No, this one that I didn't complete as all the stuff I do. Man, and I don't remember anything. Bro, I literally do everything for improving my memory and stuff. But honestly, my memory really sucks. I know that I am not constant. Oh, constant. But still, no. I get bored really quickly on anything. For example, there are many stuff here that I honestly don't remember, man. Is this going to teach me how to do oh, I can't read books anymore because of how slow they are. Yeah, I know that they teach you a solid foundation, but I need to fly now, which sucks because I've been there. I've been there. I already been there when I started learning, JavaScript and stuff, so I can get a job. Um, and I wasn't really learning. I was just, completing courses, doing projects that I totally hate. Man. And I end up hating programming on the end. It is not like I love it now, but I don't know, man. I really don't want to study today. I want to sleep. Is this will teach me like something? A little about web programming. Oh, pointers, nice. Bro, this really sucks. This really sucks at home. This teach me the Go language, but not to do any, not to do, like something with it. Oh, HTTP.
promise you that you don't necessarily need to have dependencies in Golang to build a really powerful web server.
Fuck,
And honestly,
I can't hear
it's
anything.
quite easy to do as well. The
Bro, I
newest
really
Golang
hate
version
doing
brings a lot of
tutorials.
new
I really
shiny
hate them
additions and
because
enhancements to the HTTP
most of the time they don't
module,
work.
which allows to easily create web servers in Go.
Most
Therefore,
of
we
the
are
time.
going to test this specific HTTP module to build a web server from scratch without any third-party dependencies. Oh, and by the way, if you're new here, my name is Flo, I'm a professional software engineer, and on this channel we do everything related to the software engineering world. Now, like I said before, we are going to implement a web server from scratch in Golang without any third-party dependencies. And it's important to note that we are going to build capabilities of like retrieving, adding, or deleting of a user from a database. Now, it's important to note that we are not going to connect our web server, for now at least, to a real database like SQL. We're just going to make use of a really simple in-local memory key value store to simulate the database. But you can pretty much feel free to enhance this web server on your own. So let's get started. So what we got here is a pretty plain, simple Golang project, and we're going to start here from scratch, like I said, right? And the first thing we're going to need is a so-called mux. Now, a mux is something like a request multiplexer, which allows you to kind of control the traffic to specific endpoints or handler functions. Now, what does that mean is that pretty much the multiplexer just handles the traffic for you and just redirects the route to the correct handle function. So let's create this one here. Now we are going to start with just mux, and then we are going to make use of the net HTTP module, and here we are going to say new serve mux. Now this, like I said before, creates a new request multiplexer. And now we can...
I don't know what the fuck is a multiplexer, bro.
also create our handle functions. So for that, we are just going to say mux.handlefunc. And now this allows you to define a pattern, and whenever the user goes to this specific pattern, so it might be just a slash, the root page of our server, then this specific handler function gets called. So it, like I said before, the multiplexer just controls the traffic. So let's start here with a really simple root endpoint, and we are going to create this handler in a different function. So for that, we are just going to say handle root. And then obviously we are going to need to create this handle root function. And generally this handler function takes in two parameters. The first one is the response writer. So we just say W, for instance, and then we say http.responseWriter. And then we also have the request itself, which is just a pointer. Now these two parameters are really important to kind of configure or handle the endpoint. So for instance, the response writer is responsible for constructing a response for the client, so that we can say, for instance, that the response is your status code 200 or 44. And the request itself basically contains all sorts of information of the request, which kind of makes sense, right? So for instance, the body, different headers, or for instance, the URL of the request. And for now, we are just going to say fmt.printf, and then we are going to say w, because we are making use of the response writer here, and here we are going to say hello world. Now it's important to know that it's not printf, it's actually fprintf. Now an fprintf is a really generic function. It allows us to kind of write anything we want to a response writer or to a writer in general. Because in the end, let's just inspect this fprintf function. This fprintf function just wants a IO writer interface in the beginning, and because our response writer implements the IO writer interface, we are able to use the W, so the response writer here in the fprintf function. And obviously our server, so our request multiplexer, has not been started yet, right? So the server kind of doesn't exist yet. So let's just create this one. And for that, we can just make use of the HTTP listen and serve functionality here.
Sorry guys, I will delete this video.